Hello guys, welcome to BrainyBuddies. Can you guess what we're going to learn today? Yes, we are going to balance chemical equations, which is basic level 1. So let's dive into the topic without any further disturbance. So, on the left hand side and on the right hand side, we see many differences, right? Because on the left hand side there are two nitrogen atoms, and on the right hand side there's only one. And on the left hand side there are two hydrogen atoms, whereas on the right hand side there are three. So let's balance it now. Let's make it two nitrogen atoms in the right hand side also. Yes, we did that. And what about the two hydrogen atoms and three hydrogen atoms? Let's just multiply them with each other. As we added 2 to the right hand side, hydrogen, which was originally 3 atoms, got multiplied with 2. Here, we just have to add 3 to the front in the left hand side, which will become 6 hydrogen atoms. So basically, this is the full balanced equation. N2 plus 3H2 gives you 2NH3. As we balanced it, there will be 2 nitrogen atoms on both sides and 6 hydrogen atoms on both sides. Let's check it. And yes, we are correct. There are 2 nitrogen atoms on the left hand side, 2 on the right hand side, then 6 hydrogen atoms on the left hand side, and 6 hydrogen atoms on the right hand side. Yes. So we're done with that. Let's move on to another. 1 minute. Yes. Let's review our knowledge. Fe plus O2 gives you Fe₂O₃. That's not that much balanced. LHS and RHS have many differences in this equation. So, on the right hand side, there are 2 iron atoms, and on the left hand side, there's 1. We'll make it 2 on the left hand side also. And on the right hand side, there are 3 oxygen atoms, whereas on the left hand side, there are 2. Let's multiply them with each other. But wait, as we multiply on the right hand side, and if we keep a 2 at the front, the iron will become 4 atoms. So let's do that here also on the left hand side. So 4Fe plus 3O2 gives you 2Fe₂O₃. Now this is the balanced equation. This is the balanced one, balanced version. So there are 4 iron atoms, 6 oxygen atoms, and 6 oxygen atoms. Easy, right? Let's do another one. Al plus HCl gives you AlCl₃ plus H2. Now there's one aluminium atom on the left hand side and one aluminium atom on the right hand side. But what about hydrogen? Let's see. Hydrogen has 2 atoms on the right hand side. Let's make it 2 here also. And now chloride will become 2 atoms on the left side, and on the right hand side there are 3. Let's just multiply it with 2 and multiply it with each other. So for the 3, we'll multiply it with 2, and here we will put 6 instead of 3 or 2. Let's put it as 6 directly. But now there'll be a change in the hydrogen atoms. We have to balance the hydrogen now. Let's balance it on the right hand side by adding 3 to the front. So hydrogen balanced, chlorine balanced, and chlorine balanced on the right hand side also. But on the right hand side there are 2 aluminiums, and on the left hand side there's only 1. Let's make it 2. So this is the final balance equation, which is 2Al plus 6HCl gives you 2AlCl₃ plus 3H2. That'll be 2 aluminium atoms, 6 hydrogen atoms, 6 hydrogen atoms, 6 chlorine atoms, and 6 chlorine atoms. Easy. We'll move on to another similar question. So here we have Mg plus O2 gives you MgO. This isn't that balanced, is it? So on the left hand side and on the right hand side. On the left hand side, magnesium, and on the right hand side, also magnesium is balanced. It's balanced. But oxygen is 2 on the left hand side. It has 2 atoms on the left hand side. So we'll make it 2 on the right hand side as well. But now, even magnesiums need balancing. We'll add 2 to the magnesium in the LHS, which is left hand side. Now, this is the final balanced equation. 2 Mg plus O2 gives you 2 MgO, in which LHS and RHS, both the sides, have 2 magnesiums, 2 oxygens, and 2 oxygens. Easy. Let's move on to another question. PbNO3 plus Ki is equal to PbI2 plus KNO3. So, on the left hand side and on the right hand side, plumbum or lead is already balanced. What about NO3? It has 2 atoms. Let's take it as a polyatomic ion and it's 2 times. So here also on the right hand side also we'll make it 2 times. So 2 times NO3. But now even potassiums need balancing. There are 2 potassium atoms on the right hand side and only 1 on the left hand side. Let's make it 2. And now let's see if our equation is balanced. There's one lead. There are NO3 2 times, NO3 2 times, 2 potassiums, and the iodine is already balanced because in the right hand side there is already 2 as a subscript number and we balanced it on the left hand side as well. So PbNO3 plus 2Ki gives you PbI2 plus 2KNO3. That is the final balanced equation. Let's do another. Now guys, observe this equation really carefully. So, is there any need to solve this equation? No. This is a trick question used by many teachers in many exams. What do chemistry teachers do? They'll basically give you balanced equations and they are already balanced, but many students will try to balance them again and again, making a grave blunder. So, my tip to you guys is to always check if the atoms of elements are balanced in both the sides. If they are not, then balance it quickly. If they are, if you think they are, and if they definitely are, then just write it as already balanced. What will you write it as? We'll write it as already balanced. So, C plus O2 gives you CO2 is an equation that's already balanced. Let's see another. Now look at this equation carefully. AgNO3 plus NaCl gives you AgCl plus NaNO3. This seems very long, very tricky, right? It may confuse most students. Look at it carefully. There's one silver and one silver on the both left hand side and the right hand side. And then NO3, then one sodium, one chlorine, one chlorine. This is another balanced equation. So no matter how much long, no matter how much tricky it may seem, check if the atoms are balanced. If the atoms of elements are balanced on both sides. If they aren't, then only balance it. This is a note and my tip to you guys. Let's do another equation. Now, this isn't balanced. Don't worry. We can balance it together. So I hope you guys brought a pen and paper with you because every time I'm doing the equation, do it with me. Pause the video and once you get the answer, come back and see the solution and explanation. And Na plus Cl2 gives you NaCl. So that is really wrong because on the left hand side and the right hand side, the sodiums are balanced. But what about the chlorines? They are not balanced, right? So on the left hand side, there are two chlorine atoms, and on the right hand side, there's only one. Let's add it and make it two chloride atoms. Two chloride atoms. But now we'll have to make even sodiums balanced. Because now on the right hand side, as we added the two, there's two sodium atoms. On the left hand side, there's only one, which we made two. So 2Na plus Cl2 gives you 2NaCl is the final balanced equation where on both sides there are two sodiums, two chlorides, two chlorides. Done. That was very easy. Let's see another. Li plus H2O gives you LiOH plus H2. Now, on the left hand side and the right hand side, which is already balanced? Correct. Lithium is already balanced. Here, lithium is already balanced. But what about hydrogen? Hydrogen's not balanced, and on the right hand side, there's an extra hydrogen. So we'll count it as 3 hydrogen atoms on the right hand side and 2 on the left hand side. Now, as these two are already balanced, let's balance the extra one. Let's balance this one. We'll add 2 here also. So here, as we added 2, hydrogens are balanced now, and then lithiums we have to balance. We'll balance the lithiums. That's also done. But what about oxygen? The 2 will also apply to oxygen. If it applies to lithium and hydrogen, won't it apply to oxygen also? Yes, it will. So on the left hand side, we'll add 2 at the front to give oxygen 2 atoms. But now on the left hand side, there are 4 hydrogen atoms. And on the right hand side, also there are 4 hydrogen atoms. You guys may have been confused because there are 4 hydrogen atoms on the left hand side, and you might have considered this as only one, and you might have thought only 2 atoms are there, we have to balance it more. No, we do not have to balance it more, because as there is an extra hydrogen, and as we multiply 2 with it, 2 hydrogen and 2 hydrogen on the right hand side make 4 hydrogen atoms, and on the left hand side there's already 4 hydrogen atoms. So what is the final balanced equation? 2 Li plus 2H2O gives you 2 LiOH plus H2, in which in both sides 2 lithiums, 4 hydrogen atoms, 4 hydrogen atoms, and 2 oxygen atoms, 2 oxygen atoms. So this was very easy. And let's do another. K plus Br2 gives you KBr. K plus Br2 gives you KBr. So we have to balance the bromide here as the potassiums are already balanced. But it applies to the K, which is potassium also. So we make potassium 2 atoms on the left hand side, because on the right hand side, when we added that 2, it automatically became 2 atoms. So this is balanced. 2 potassium atoms, 2 potassium atoms, 2 bromide atoms, and 2 bromide atoms. Easy. Very easy. So let me just clear all of it. And thank you guys for watching a lot, and thanks for listening to this chemistry. I promise you we'll have more parts of chemical equations and many more interesting topics to go. Please stay subscribed and stay tuned for more videos to help you understand complex concepts easily. And please tell me any topic you want to learn in the comment section, and I can easily do it. Thank you. Bye bye.